Hi, welcome to Midlife Crises, the channel where you learn how to own and operate a beach house investment property. In this episode, I'm going to go over how I trademarked Midlife Crises, specifically the CRISEAS that I wanted to protect for the beach house. And in the future, I want to sell clothes, t shirts, all kinds of stuff. So I trademarked three goods and services, and I trademarked all the different types of things that I could possibly sell: dresses, kids' clothes, anything in pot and everything that I could relate to the word midlife crises. So this is one category of goods and services, which is all the t-shirts and stuff and clothes. The second category is streaming of audio and video material, which is this channel. As this channel blows up, then I wanted to protect it. I don't want someone copying my name. And then the third one is preparation of food and drink. If it really blows up, may open a restaurant with the midlife crisis name. Who knows? But the main point is when you trademark something, you can't go back and adjust it. That's it. Once you trademarked it, you trademarked it. So I wanted to think of all the possible things that I could get into in the future and trademark it. So you can pay a lawyer to do this. I just watched a bunch of YouTube videos because this USPTO website's it's not intuitive. It's got all these drop downs and buttons, and as soon as you hit the back button, it changes, and like it's not intuitive. Like it doesn't tell you like how do I just freaking do it, right? So I just found if you just go to the website, this one little button here says file a tease application. Click on that, you get to this screen. The first thing you want to do is search for your trademark in the database. So I just came up with a fake name called Bread and Batter. Let's see, let's look for it. So you can search, and these are all the people that have trademarked something that deals with bread and batter. If the trademark that you're looking at, that you're trying to put in, has is close to any of these, you're probably not going to get approved. So once you've decided on your trademark, then you go to apply to register a trademark. And I've already started an application. I'm just going to walk you through really quick on how I did it. So you go to this button, application selection. That's the first screen. And so we'll go into this a little bit later about the goods and services. But they charge $350 for each class of goods and service. And so then you click that, and then you hit every time. Then you just hit continue, and then you go to the next screen. It's all your owner information. Um, I put in ask you if you're an individual or what type of company you are. I'm a LLC. I have another video on that. You can look up and see how I established my LLC. And then it's asking for your email address and all of that. And a lot of these questions are easy to answer. Put in your email address, official communication email address, yada yada. Then you go down to what type of trademark you want to apply for. Is it the word or is it a symbol? And through my research, a symbol is easy for someone to copy, and it's hard to kind of argue and sue them for that. But it's much more solid if you're trying to protect just a word. And I wanted to protect the midlife crises name. So that's the one I selected. Next, now we're going over to the mark information. And so this is where you put in the bread and batter, like you put in what you want as your trademark. And it's going to ask you for translation, all these other questions, and you just say English. Name and likeness, consent. Now we're going to get down to goods and services. And over here, it's going to ask you, is your trademark currently in use, or are you trying to do it for the future? And I put for the future because I haven't sold any t-shirts or anything with that name as yet, but you have to ask these questions. Now we get down to add goods and services. So here's my trademark. and I want to see what applies to batter. So I'm going to hit search, and if you notice here, all these classes pop up for batter. Now the $350 that you're going to get charged is for each class. So class 030 is $350. You can add, once you add that, any other class description that is in 030, you can add and you will not get charged. So crepe batter, however you say it, I can add that. I can add bread batter. I can add that. Pre-mixed pancake stuff batter. I can add that. Not going to get charged. Any of these 030 classes, I'm not going to get charged. Now, with your trademark, if you're thinking of another goods or services that applies to your trademark, like over here, cooking utensils is 21. If I add that, then that's another $350 that I gotta pay. And within 21, you can add. So 21 applies to utensils, kitchen stuff, versus 030 applies mainly just to batter. And then you can look through all these other different goods and services. 029, this is something to do with battered vegetables or pickles or whatever, depending upon what you're trying to trademark. So add all this stuff up. You can add as many as you want, and then you go over to review and sign, and that's it. You pay and submit, and then they take your application and they review it. Mine's currently in review. That's what it says over here. Um, I don't know if I probably will get approved just because there is nothing like this name that I came up with. Um, so yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll be recording more videos.